All right, we're going to do a commentary on this piece of CNN. Witnesses moment, Syrian prisoner is freed from Assad forced detention. Let's have a look at this.
Our world leaders, Syria's new rebel leaders say they will not pardon Assad regime officials who tortured and killed prisoners during the decades of his brutal reign. CNN's Clarissa Ward went to a Syrian prison to find someone still locked in a cell with no idea that Assad's regime had fallen.
So, yeah. So now they want to make you believe that these Al-Qaeda terrorists are so compassionate and are so for these people. We will not let them go. Right. Remember what they did? Do we all still remember what they did in Syria the last time that they occupied so much? Just get back those pictures in your head. And they are trying to tell you that they're such beautiful and compassionate people. All right. But Assad is the only one who's bad. Al-Qaeda is the good guys, according to CNN, not my words, all right? Anyway, let's have a look at this and be very mindful and listen closely, because I'm going to teach you guys all something.
Deep in the belly.
So, this dude is supposed to be Al-Qaeda, right? Well, he's got a very nice army jacket and attire. I wonder who gave it to them. But also, so they bust into a prison and Al-Qaeda, yes, and they're doing it with a CNN reporter. Do you all believe this? And I'm not saying that it is not true. I don't know. I am not there, right? But I find it highly skeptical that a CNN reporter would be with an Al-Qaeda terrorist group busting into a prison to release prisoners, because it's kind of a dangerous job. You would never know who is in that prison doing what, right? So let's see.
Of the regime's Air Force Intelligence Headquarters.
These are English letters.
We are hoping to find traces of Austin Tice.
Also the English letters, it must be said, right? It's like, oh my God.
An American journalist held captive in Syria since 2012. It's one of many secret prisons across the city. This specific branch was tasked with surveillance, arrest, and killing of all regime critics.
These are all cleaned out.
We don't find any hints of Tice, but come across something extraordinary.
I can't tell, though. It might just be a blanket, but it's the only cell that's locked.
Yeah. So, now, for the people who said, or who thought, well, maybe they already went into the prison, listen to what he said. He said, this door is the only door that's still locked, right?
But it's the only cell that's
and
locked.
they are walking freely in there. Not the Al-Qaeda terrorists. Look, they're walking freely like the joint is theirs.
The lock off the cell door. We go in to get a closer look.
So, these journalists find a closed door, which Al-Qaeda, who supposedly have liberated or cracked that prison, have not found or did not notice that that door was locked. These journalists from CNN did, who are freely wandering around. Nobody is with them of their terrorist group at this moment. It's just roaming like it is their own home.
It's still not clear if there is something under the blanket.
Right? And then she's standing there. They don't know what is going on there. And look at this. Look at this. Now, this is very important. Let's just go a little bit back. Right. So this man is standing in front of this window, right? Or in front of the door. So the door is right straight before him. Now you do see him watch a little bit like this, right? But if we look carefully...
The guard makes us turn the camera off while he shoots the lock off the cell door.
Oh, the camera has to be turned off when he shoots the lock of the door. Why should the camera be taken? I mean, it doesn't make sense. I have seen the videos that these Al-Qaeda terrorists are taking the lives of people who surrender to them. who are like this with no weapons in their hands, might even be civilians. And they did it on camera. They were filming it themselves. But to shoot a lock, yeah, you need to take the camera. You need to shut the camera off because, yeah, that's kind of graphic.
We go in to get a closer
All
look.
right. So this snow bunny orders the Al-Qaeda terrorists to open the doors for them. And these Al-Qaeda terrorists, with their radical vision that they have about certain things, especially about women, without a headscarf, right? It's just, oh, yes, sure. Oh, yes. Yes, yeah, I open it for you. I just go in. And they won't even check it themselves first. Is this for real? Is this for real?
It's still not clear if there is something under the blanket.
And she is walking as the first person to go in, a female journalist. So this Al-Qaeda terrorist opens the door. Just, I don't know, where did he go even, right? And the other man that was with her, where's that man? Like, or maybe he's holding the camera, it could be. But let's see. Look at this door here, right? And here kind of is the window where you can see, right? So tell me, where is it? How can you be so sure that something was under there, right? You're looking like from a window that's like this. You need to be looking really, really well, right? It's so, to me, I'm not going to say that it is not true what CNN says. I mean, we all know it's CNN. So, but yeah, it seems very staged, but let's look, and maybe you guys can tell me whether it is real or not real. Let's just go and have a look, because I'm confused. I need you guys to help me. Now look at him. All this commotion around him, and he's just staying under the blanket, right?
Is someone there?
He hears an English woman voice saying in English, talking to him, and he's just there. Like he's not there, right?
Hello?
And also, did you see the guard or the Al-Qaeda terrorists later coming? Wait. Right? Here, this is the soldier, right? Or not the soldier, the terrorist, right? And so she was there alone all the time, right? Who is this guy with those jeans?
Hello?
Right. Okay. Look closely. Look closely. Wow. So this dude is sleeping on the floor. And look how clean his hands are. Look how clean his face is. Look how clean his clothes is, right? His jeans is spotless.
I'm a civilian.
It's like he comes from a wedding. Look at him. It is beautifully clean. And especially this one is a beauty. Look at it. Look at the window right here where the lady is standing, the CNN reporter. Look at what she's doing. A sigh of relief. This is so well played, right? Look at her.
He tells the fighter he's from the city of Homs.
Oh,
He's been
I'm
in
so
the cell
shocked.
for 3 months.
I did not know somebody was there. Look at his face. How clean is his face? You tell me. Isn't it very clean?
You're okay. You're
For
okay.
3 months,
You're
sleeping
okay.
on the floor. No toilet, nothing.
Clutches my arm tighter
Right?
with both.
And this terrorist has so much compassion for this man that he's going to kiss him
Hands.
on camera.
Does anyone have any water?
And look at his hands. It's clean. And this man is holding a woman's hand. The hands of a Western blonde woman who is not a Muslima without a headscarf. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. This man is a Muslim. He's holding a stranger woman's hand who is also not a Muslima and not wearing a headscarf. It doesn't strike as odd. Here you can see how clean his nails are. It's even cut. You know, look at this. Do you see? Do you see my nails? I haven't cut these for a week. Today I need to cut them. It's Thursday. And look at his. It's clean cut, my friend. It's fresh. It's fresher than the nails of MrFong. Just look at it. Right?
Mike. Okay, it's water. It's water.
And look, he keeps staring at the camera. Do you see it? He keeps staring at the camera.
Okay.
Beautiful shape, by the way.
Okay, you're okay.
Nothing is dirty, right? These are his arm hairs.
Okay.
Look how clean his head is.
We start to walk him outside.
So 3.5 months he was there. But look how short his hair is. Right? And look how fit it is.
Thank God
Look at it.
you are safe. Don't be afraid, the fighter says. You are free.
Right?
This is the third prison they brought me to, he says. The third prison. After 3 months in a windowless cell.
And who says this is not a criminal? Now, I personally know somebody who actually was in a prison or at least in a police cell in Syria. And he showed me the pictures of him. You will not look like this, my friend. You will not look like this. And he is there for 3 months. Beautifully shaven, right? His beard is clean. I know a lot of people in the Netherlands, a lot of people like to wear beards nowadays. But they're not as beautiful like this. He got a beautiful beard. It's really nice, you know, for 3 months, so 3.5 months, right? He said.
Finally see the sky.
Oh, this is so... Nobody does that. Trust me. Nobody does that. Trust me.
The light.
Don't ask me how I know. I know exactly. In this. Again, so this guy from Syria is more likely than not a Muslim, right? Now, I'm not a Muslim, so I cannot talk for Muslims. But what I know from my Muslim friends, this kind of behavior is not something that you would do. Maybe with the man, but definitely with a woman. Look, he's hugging her, kissing her. She's not wearing a headscarf. She's not even an Arabic or whatever. Definitely not a Muslim, right? And how? I mean, seriously, do you know what Al Qaeda did with people when they were occupying Syria with women that were not wearing headscarves? Does everybody still remember? And she's walking there freely like this? And again, I'm not saying this is not true, right? I just don't know.
Stay with me. Stay with me. He repeats again and again.
Holding her hand. All my Muslim friends, honestly, tell me, is this what Muslims would do with the women and like this? Would they? Yes or no? Let me know in the comment section, please.
I didn't hear anything about my children.
All right, now comes the whole thing. Okay, this is a shake. This shake is manufactured. I see that directly. Trust me. This is manufactured. Look at it.
The fighter hands him something to eat.
This is the fake that he's doing.
To his mouth.
It's not a real one. Wait, it's steady now, right? It's steady now. Look.
For 3 months, I didn't know anything about my family. I didn't hear anything about my children.
And again, I'm not saying it's not true, right? Look, 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 look.
The fighter hands him something to eat.
Look closely,
Lift it to his
right?
mouth.
And it's steady.
His body can't
Look.
handle it. Okay, you're okay.
Yeah.
His captors fled during the fall of Damascus, leaving him with no food or water. That was at least 4 days ago.
He had no food and water. Look at his face. For 3 days, no food and no water. You will not look well like this. It's just not. No, it's not. I can tell you from experience, it's not. You will not look like this. Anyway, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not going to watch the entire thing with you guys. I just wanted to show you this,
I'm
and
shaking.
so
My
you
face
can
is
be a little
shaking,
bit
he
more
says.
vigilant about these things. But let me know. Do you believe this or not? Well, maybe let's
Tells him
watch a
there's
little
no
bit
more
more.
army, no more prisons, no more checkpoints. Are you serious? He says. Surya Harra.
3 days, no food, no water. Perfect cut. And he was 3.5 months in prison, right? Just remember, but just the last 3 days he didn't get food and water, right? Your face will not look like this. This will not be how your face will be looking. Trust me.
Syria is free, he tells him. It's the first time he has heard those words. He tells us his name is Adil
Did I see a smile from
Adil
that terrorist?
and that officers from the much feared name is Adil Hurba.
It looks almost like he's smiling. It's hard to see, but you can see that it's a little bit up here. I think he cannot hold his laughter.
He tells us his
It's hard
name
to see.
is
I cannot be
Adil
sure.
Hurba, and that officers from the much feared Mukhabarat intelligence services.
Well, anyway, that is not so interesting. I just wanted to show this. Let me know what you guys think. Is this real or is this staged? I think, to me, it looks so CNN, right? It's unbelievable. And remember, they have been doing all these staging things for a very long time. Actually, Tim Pool, who is a real xenophobe, so don't tell me that he is CCP propaganda. He hates China with a passion, right? But he used to be a journalist for one of these networks, I believe, and they brought him somewhere in that area. I believe it was during Iraq war, but it might as well be in another country. And they brought him there to a staged place where they staged that they had been fighting there and made up a whole story. You can go and find the clip when he was saying that. It was from a lot of years ago that he was talking about it. So yeah. It is. I wouldn't be surprised, but nothing in this video seems to be matching up to a real life situation to me. I don't know how it is to you guys. And again, I am not saying it is fake. I'm not making a statement at all because I'm not there. I don't know, but what I see of the reactions and the way it is played out is just very highly. I'm highly suspicious. Let me tell it. Let me say it that way, right? Highly suspicious. But I want you all to know, to tell me in the comment section what you all think of it. Also, the Muslims, please let me know if you are a Muslim man. Would you touch the woman like that. And I mean, I have Muslim friends. What I know from them is that they say that would be considered haram, right? Which is not allowed then by Islam. But yeah, again, I'm not a Muslim, so I mean, my Muslim friends have a lot of Muslim followers. I love you all. Let me know in the comment section, and please like, share, and if you have not yet, then follow. And as always, have a great day. Your favorite half Chinese.